Alright, you can see yesterday we had our dip, and then it went straight to this channel I found yesterday, and then rallied back up. I had thought that overnight we might hit the top of this, reject, come down, and maybe I might have a chance to take a bounce and go long today. But as you can see, we broke down this level. We bounced here at this daily, and this is going to be the bottom of a new bull flag that I drew based on Adam Mancini's chart. Let's back up a bit. I know it's going to be a mess backing up, but I personally would not have seen this bull flag, and I probably would have drawn it differently. But Adam has way more experience, like 10 times more experience than I do, so I'm going to follow his line. Like I said, I personally would not have seen this. Mine was different. Mine was here, and whatever. So I redrew this accordingly. So based on that, and there's another channel that he found, but I cannot find it on SPY for the life of me. I can't. So it looks like we bounced off the bottom of that bull flag today, and it's a slow grind back up. Let's take a look at ES. So the bull flag looks a bit clearer on ES, at least on the bottom channel. So as usual, you know the routine. This is, I guess, is a fake breakout. This was the high, as high as we've gotten. And again, bounce at the bull flag, and yeah. So as far as a plan today, honestly, I don't really have one. I know, let's read Adam Mancini's tweet. I know that 4133 is support again. Oh, sorry. Twitter has this obnoxious habit of going back to the home screen, even though I was recently reading his tweet. Hopefully this is it. Okay, it's day 8 of identical chop with ES. Ping-ponging between 4135 and 4165. What's been happening though, if you remember each of my videos, these tweets, Adam says that we're ping-ponging, and he gives a range, but over the past 8 days, that range keeps changing. One day it was 4150 to 4180. The next day it's 4140 to 4170. Now it's 4130 to 4160. Because we're ping-ponging, yes, but we're ping-ponging downwards, which is the bull flag. Plan today, 4133 support, tested overnight. As long as above 4148, then 4166 in play. 4133 fails. We see 4120, which is a major level. If we fall below that, we drop. Mainly because that is the level of this ascending channel that he found, that I tried to find both on SPY and ES. Hold on. I have it on TradingView though, so let me show you in TradingView in a moment. Let me see if I can back this up. It looks something like this. Only this line is higher for him. But I kept this line here. I know it's just like a complete mess. Really, if I can create my own trading system, I would set it up so that it would only show levels maybe 10 or 20 points above the current price. Anything beyond that, the levels will just, it'll be in the memory, but it won't show, it won't display. That way you can just focus on the trend lines. Because for me, it seems asinine for me to have to delete all the levels only to put them back when the price gets back in that area again. But to me, this seems like common sense. A child should be able to think this over, but unfortunately, I don't think there's any program that does this. At TradingView, you can completely erase all your drawings or have them back. That's the only option you can. I think you can erase certain, you can erase your drawings or indicators. You can't select what drawings you want to erase. based on a time scale or a graph scale or whatever, which seems like a painfully obvious thing to do, but whatever. Maybe I'm the only moron that can think of something like that. So let's look at this from TradingView's point of view. All right, that channel. Oh, there it is. Here it is, right here. I think Adam Mancini has it like in a dark green. Maybe I should do that as well. Anyways, any dark colors, it just doesn't make sense to me. And the reason why I don't like using green is because green is for my levels. So, you know what? What color I'm going to go back to this, whatever this is I used. So yeah, here's this very large channel here. And as you can see, we just tested that and the bull flag. So the bulls managed to push this back up. But if we fail, if we drop below this bull flag and this channel here, which is why I think he says 4020 is so important, this thing's gonna plummet to at least 40, maybe 4080. Maybe we'll hit the 50 DMA at 4070. So this isn't looking good. Maybe the bulls realize that and they're gonna put out all stops today and get this thing to rally. Or at the very least they'll keep it chopping above right here. I don't know. So, but you can see how clearly it shows here on TradingView, right? If I try and find that same channel on ES on Thinkorswim, I did, like I said, I tried to, but it doesn't show the same way. Even if I follow the same lines, the same touch points, according to Thinkorswim, we've already dropped below that line. So in TradingView, this line following all of, and I think I'm trying to think of different ways to put the line, but it just won't show the same way. I remember changing it this morning or yesterday evening, and it just wouldn't show properly. But that's Thinkorswim. All right, and finally, let's take a look at VIX. So interesting that SPY and ES has been chopping upwards slowly pre-market, yet you can see here VIX we're chopping upwards as well. That's not good. One can assume that possibly when the bell rings we'll reject from this daily, but I don't know for sure. This daily has been keeping VIX below. VIX has been staying below this daily for over a week, but yesterday we finally broke above it, and sure enough we did as well last night, but it looks like a fake breakout. But if this breaks out from this daily, I don't see how ES and SPY can rally. And it looks like chances are we'll break from this daily and rally, or for VIX rally to the daily or the top of this channel. What bulls would want is for this to reject and start going down and then break below this channel. If it can break out of this channel for the past few days, that will be bullish if it breaks downwards. So anyways, I have 412 plugged in just to plug it in for today. We're at 410 now. SPY had his unusual little spike pre-market. So and we dipped down in ES as low as 430, so I think I have this. No, I don't. 430 is down here. 4128. Whatever. I'm just gonna leave it there. All right, now at 4140. 4141, and here I got 4142. Whatever. Again, I'm so tired of changing these levels in SPY. Anyway, so that's my update for the morning. Lately I've been starting my mornings with 2 or 3 projects to do, and it's what's causing me to sometimes start up late. But one of them is something I've never done before, so that's fun. I seem to always get those. So yeah, when the bell rings, if I see some serious movement, I'll come back. Otherwise, I'm just gonna wait for a demand or supply, normal strategy, or wait for Adams levels to be retested and then take it long. It does look like we have a clear demand forming here. Let's see if we can find it on ES as well. Yep. Pretty clear fake breakdown. I don't know what this. Come on, add drawing. Yep. So demand formed exactly at 4133. That's 96.96. Well, let's do this on SPY. Wow, I really cannot stand Thinkorswim, man. Okay, that's 10. All right, so if we get back into this area, we'll see. Of course, I have to switch this to below because it's asinine Thinkorswim. All right, I'll be back. One thing that annoys me about this program I use to record is when I shut it down, which I'm pretty sure I did yesterday, whatever image of me is there, when it shuts down, it retains that image. And it's extremely annoying because if you are, let's say, not indisposed, what's the word I'm looking for? Whatever, if you're butt ass naked and you click the button to shut the program down, and then you start it up again, if it keeps that image, it keeps that image. And I think that's profoundly messed up. I think the people who designed this OBS program are absolute morons to not figure that out and fix that. But what happens is often it will do that. No, not often. Every single time it would do that. So let's say at the end of the day today, I decide to shut down. It will hold that image of whatever image it takes of me when I shut the computer down. And then it will retain that image when I try and record again. And I may have to delete the last video I made. I have to look over it and overview it. Because it's not something you would think to do. Hey, you know what? I'm going to start a video, but let me look and make sure that the image of me in the corner is the actual correct image. Because sometimes I don't pay attention to that. But anyways, bell rung. You can see we're sort of pushing with a rally. This spike might fake me out to think that a rally might occur. However, if I had just gone long at the bell as usual, as you can see, would already be up $10, which would have made up for yesterday's losses. But sometimes I think I should just do that, and every day of the month of April, just go long. I wonder if this formed. Yep, we formed a 30-minute demand right here. And VIX is rejecting from that daily. What will be ideal is if we just have a little bit of a pullback till maybe 40 or 45. Well, I guess I did just get that. breaking back into this channel might be a challenge. My gut's telling me to take this long. What I want is to go down a little bit lower, because I know what's going to happen. As soon as I buy in at 50, then it's going to turn around and start going down to 45 or 40. I have a feeling it's going to keep just oscillating back and forth here for a bit until finally the bulls are just going to power it up. What I want is to get into like 46, 47, but maybe I'm just being too picky about $1 or $2. Of course, as usual, since I just made this trade, I can't make another. And again, the key is that we need to break above this channel that we fell from yesterday, which bears don't want. Because once we break above that, there's really not much resistance. I have nothing on VIX, which is still continuing to go down, thankfully. The concern, though, is the longer it takes the bulls to finally break above here, the more likely they're going to fail and this is going to fall. I'm a little anxious. I want this trade to go, even if I can just get this to hurry up and get up to 46, 56, 57, I'll just sell so I can take the profits, because this project I've never done before. And it's just like I said before in other videos, I'm constantly being asked to do something I've never done before as if it's something I've already done. And I'm not given the information I need to get it done. So it's going to be even more work for me to figure out how to get this done. And if I ask, hey, I don't know how to do this, what do I do? Then I may not get an answer and whatever. So it's best if I try and figure it out on my own. Basically, I have to somehow figure out how to trademark a company. And I've never done that before, so I don't even have the information on the company. All I have is a name. No address, no owner, no nothing. So I got to figure all that out on my own. Oh, man. Come on, Bulls. Break this line. Push this up to 4148. Which, I don't even know which one is the 4148. Oh, it's not this one. This one's 41. Where are we right now? Oh, we're not even there yet. I got close. That's 4143. That's where I needed to go to get the $10. VIX is still going down, which is good. Getting past 4143 is going to be a challenge because right now we're at VWAP on ES as well. I have a support on VIX just slightly below, but we haven't reached it yet. This is why I wish I had gotten in at actually 40, 45. Not good. Bears have pushed us below VWAP on ES, pushed us below this channel. Back at VWAP on ES again. Starting to think I should just get back my $5 from yesterday and just walk away. Again, frustratingly, if I had been patient, when did I get in though? 36. Yeah, if I had been patient and waited and just been more insistent in getting in at 45, then I could have sold. We made it as high as 56. Alright, now this is starting to get me to worry. This was taking a long time to regain 4143 or regain VWAP. Trying to be patient. It's only just a few dollars away. $2 away. Come on. Just a little bit more of a push. You know the routine, guys. Sorry. Well, it looks like my winning streak is over. As soon as that call came in, I was doing my best to try and pay attention as well, and I think I set a sell limit. I don't know. I didn't get any alert that it was filled, so I guess I sold at 45. So it's a $2 loss, $3 if you count commission. Although somehow it's still more than $1 because Thinkorswim, I was at 97. If I lost $3, it says now I'm at 93, so it's like a little bit more than $1 for each. I think Thinkorswim increased their commission fees or something without letting anyone know, or maybe they did one of their stupid little updates that was hidden in all the paragraphs. But remember I said that on VIX there was a support? Here it is right here. Somehow we made it to the support without going up any higher. The highest we got, it looks like, was 56. And the irony is I had my sell at 58. So if I had gotten in at 45 where I had wanted and put my sell at 56, I would have gotten my 10 bucks. Now you see we dropped down to the daily, and now we're rejecting on the daily, and now of course we're bouncing on SPY. We also hit the 4-1, whatever, the demand that was formed pre-market. So if I wasn't on the phone, if I had taken this long right here, if I had put a buy limit right about here, then if this does rally, I would have gotten my money back. But I don't know if that's going to happen here. We're also over. We just turned around on VIX. We just broke over the daily. So that is not a good sign for bulls. So yeah, unfortunate. I should have just exited. This is the same thing as yesterday. My entry was not as good as it should have been. I should have either gotten in right at the bell or gotten in at 45. My hope is that we'll get a pullback around 45. If I had done that, gotten in at 45 and set my sell at 56, would have made 10 bucks, taken care of the commission, and could have called it a day. Unfortunately, that's not what happened. So, yeah. 2 losses in a row. Granted, yesterday was $5, today is about $4, but still, 2 losses in a row. Alright, so demand is formed here. We just started a new candle here, and look, in just that 1 minute, we've already pushed up this far. So again, I had enough money that, well, actually I have enough to get in now if I wanted to, but I'm still having some trepidation about it. Maybe when this candle closes, although I'm pretty sure what's going to happen is this candle will close, the next one will continue even higher, and we'll never come back down to retest this demand. What we really have done was retested the previous demand that was formed at 4 in the morning, and had I gotten in down here, even if I got in maybe in the low 30s, like 34, 33, it's like 34 is the lowest it got. If this can push, well, actually it did. This can push up higher to 44 and take that exit. That would make up for the losses and more. Oh, Adam Anthony just tweeted right now. Let's read this. Key inflection point right now for ES 4133 was my core support pivot today and just clipped and bounced. Bulls want to see reaction here fairly quickly. 4148, 4166 targets up. Fail here for a sign of an impending breakdown with 4120 below. Gateway to 4088 and ultimately lower. So yeah, basically Adam Mancini is saying that the bulls are at an important point here. They've got to push this up relatively soon as well, which also means that if the bulls are successful, now is when I should be getting in. The thing is, after taking, even though it was a tiny loss, taking a loss, I don't know if I want to risk again, because this could be a drop, base drop. It is possible we could end up bouncing at the channel here. I don't know what level this, 4020. So it could be possibly we go down to 4020 and then we bounce. What's disconcerting also is this candle started off strong with a pop, but then immediately is turned around within, again, 3 minutes. We're only 3 minutes into this candle, so and relatively quickly for ES, the way this futures moves very slowly. I sometimes don't have the patience for it. But relatively quickly could be 15 minutes, 30 minutes. But then again, they could take an hour chopping here. But there there it goes. Now it's a shooting star. It went from a strong, full, solid green candle now to a shooting star. And if we look at VIX, rejected exactly at this level, made its way above daily. Looked like we got back below it, but now we rejected at this level, and now we're back above the daily. And I have nothing except this daily here above. So if this thing does start to fall, and look, I don't know, it's weird. It looks like it's getting larger even though it's red. It makes no sense to me. But if bulls can't get, well, I should say, if VIX doesn't go below this daily again, this doesn't look good for bulls. But again, I don't know. This is a chicken and the egg with VIX and SPY. Sometimes VIX will move in a certain way that should indicate SPY should move the other, but it doesn't really go that way. And look, it went down and it turned into a shooting star or a falling star, whatever it is, and I could have gotten at 33. And if this pushes up to 43, that would be great. Sadly, I would need to make $10 to get back to where I started yesterday. Because yesterday was $5 loss, and today is about $4. And somehow that I'm $10 down, because at 103 this morning, yesterday morning, now I'm at 93. So go figure. The math isn't mathing there, but it's Thinkorswim taking up a little extra commission here and there. Oh yeah, that's right, because I took 2 trades yesterday, so that's $2 of commission right there. And if I lost 5 and then 3 today, yeah. So it's $3 of commission plus the $8. So this is similar to what I was dealing with yesterday when we had a little bit of a sell-off, when we got to a level. We had a demand form, but it didn't complete. That candle didn't finish. And what I did yesterday is, I don't recall fully if I got into the candle before it completed, or I got into the next candle afterwards, hoping it would retest and go up. But the retest didn't occur. It just fell, and that's when I lost. I had a somewhat tight stop loss, but that's where I lost money in that second trade. So we still have a good 8 minutes left on this candle to close. But if I want to catch the bottom, it would be in this candle. Because if the bulls are successful in turning this around, I have a feeling the next candle won't come back down. Bulls won't want it to come back down. And we're still above that daily on VIX. And you can see here, we had resistance earlier. We rejected from this line here, here, and here. So I probably should have just sold and taken my $5 profit. It's looking worse and worse on VIX. Anyways, I'll come back when this candle closes and a new candle forms and see what happens there, because I have too much to do right now. There it goes. Remember what I said? We may end up going down and testing this bottom of the bull flag. Well, that's where we are now. I forget what this line is. Let's SPY. Let's look at ES. You know what? Better yet, let's look at TradingView. Always more reliable to look at TradingView. So this is the major channel that we've been in since the beginning of this month. Bull flag is about to, no, the bull flag has broken. Once this is broken, really one should take this short. It should have occurred to me to try and take this short, but I was too busy thinking about the demand that was formed. But VIX popped. Look, hold on. One of the nice things about having a fat account and having multiple screens is I could have another screen right now, right here, for example, with my put option engaged, and I could say, you know what, we've just broken above the daily. I'm going to go ahead and buy a put with a tight stop loss to see what will happen. And if I had, because look at this big jump on VIX. Despite the fact that it wasn't a major drop on SPY. I mean, I guess kind of, no, it really wasn't. It really wasn't. We dropped down 1 point. Now we've fallen below the channel. We've fallen below this upper channel that I keep, you know what, I need to find out what this channel is. Okay, yeah, this is a channel from well before. This is very bearish. Let's see what would happen if I had switched to a put. Let's see if I had gotten the 410 put. Yeah. I wouldn't have needed to have gotten into only this put from this morning. I would have had to have anticipated the possibility of a short. But if I went to a further put out, let's try 409. Yeah, maybe I could have gotten it earlier this morning. But it have to be right after I made my sell. No, not really right after. Yeah, I could have played this one. I definitely had enough to get into here even just a few minutes ago. So this is an example of my lack of versatility when it comes to trading. Not knowing when to switch positions. But I could have gotten in here at 50 and look at that quick drop. But again, remember this candle was at one point a strong green candle. And then we had our fall. Ideally, I would like to see VIX reject from this trend here. Actually, this would be a good spot for a rejection, but it seems to be happening already, a little bit too soon. We made a low of 4127 on ES, which now looks like the bulls are trying to recover. New 15-minute candle, already starting down. Looks like we're starting the bearish seasonality of May a couple weeks early. Well, if bulls can succeed in changing this into a green candle, creating a demand right at the bottom of the bull flag, and then pushing it from there, then they're saved. They would also need to bring VIX back down below this daily. Or at the very least, they can form a supply here on VIX. Looks like they're starting or trying to. I'll update later. Alright, as you can see, demand did not form. This candle is going to close in 3 minutes, and bears are succeeding in pushing this further down. I'm beginning to think I should switch to a put, but knowing how things work with me, the moment I do that, it's going to fall. It's going to turn around and rally. What I would like to see, well, no, it already happened. I was going to say what I'd like to see is a reverse, a push up, and then a failure, but I could try and get in now and see if this falls below this level. I have a level of 4127. The thing is, 4120 is the next target, and it's so close. I almost think it's not worth going short at this point. It'll be asinine to go long now and to go short, because we're in limbo. No, I say that, and look, I could have got in at 42, 43. If this pushes down to 53, a little bit lower, I presume by the time we reach the daily on VIX, we will have reached the 4120 target for SPY. ES, I'm sorry. Which will be 408, it looks like, on SPY. Looks like the bulls are trying their best to recover the bottom of the bull flag. Alright, well, that candle closed, and with it, any hopes of a demand being formed. Alright. And here we have another example of where my hesitation killed me. I should have taken it short. I could have gotten in here at 40, or anywhere here, when I was talking about it. And this just peaked here at 58. And I have no reason to believe this won't go down a little bit further. 4120 is the target. We may not necessarily get all the way there, but easily I could have made $15 here, which would have made up for yesterday's losses and put me ahead in the account. But didn't do it. Hesitated, made excuses. And this could well be the bounce point. So, yeah. All right. New demand formed. Pretty strong green candle so far. We're about 4 minutes in. Of course, they need to break above 4128 and above um, the bottom of the purple bull flag, which looks like they're doing already. So I'm curious if I should just take this long right now, but let me wait till to see if they break above this. And remember what I said about VIX? I wanted to see VIX test the daily, and I was right. Look at this, a perfect rejection point. This gives me confidence to take this long, but I still want to see them break above this the bull flag. If they can break above the bull flag, and if the next 15-minute candle starts around this spot, we'll also have formed a 30-minute demand. All right, it looks like they may pull it off, so I'm gonna put 21, see if I can get in around there. I love how it keeps saying 21 again and again on the option chart, but I'm not getting filled. Watch I complain and it drops down to like 15. Oh look, now it's at 23. Wow, just incredibly annoying, man. In at 22. Where would 33 be? Wow. Oh man. I'm telling you, I wish there was some sort of algorithm that will tie in ES, VIX, and SPY and will sort of create levels equivalent. So wherever I had that daily on my VIX, it would show up, an equivalent level would show up here on SPY. And there's no way for me to have known that this 30-minute old um, demand that I have here that I must have put in who knows how long ago was confluent to the daily on VIX. It's impossible for me to know that. It's only when they both reach a certain point that I can say, okay, well, these are two confluent points because they both reach that point in the same time frame, the same point in time. But if I had known that beforehand, it might have been helpful because, like I said, once it gets that rejection at VIX, this would be a good spot to go long. Or I guess I can just simply decide to go long here. Anyways, enough of that. The big problem here is I highly doubt I'm going to get to $10 profit by the time this reaches this daily. I mean, it was only $1 drop on SPY that caused this to go from here to here. But then again, the proportional moves on VIX are not always the same as on SPY, so who knows? So the bulls achieved getting above the bull flag. Good. Now we have to get above this daily, which is going to be a challenge. And previous demand is probably going to be resistance now, which is confluent to VWAP. I really hope this trade works out. It really would frustrate me to have two trades yesterday. One was a break even, one was a loss, and two trades today, both at a loss. And it looks like that's what's going to happen. Now we're losing the bull flag. It's a bit disappointing because this is an important, like Adam and Cini said, inflection point. One would expect the reaction for the bulls to be stronger than this. Or maybe this is the best they can pull off. $6 minutes left for this candle to close. Ideally, bulls want this candle to close above the bull flag. Which, granted, it looks like we're not that far away here in Thinkorswim, but on TradingView, we only just barely managed to. Let me pull TradingView over so you can see what I'm looking at on the iPad. Remember, this is a major channel that we've been running through this entire month. The bull flag is just the past week. We lost both the bull flag and the major channel, and almost hit 4120, but bulls managed to recover the major channel. Now they really need to get above the bull flag and reclaim 4133. That's important. And they made it over the the major channel, bottom of the major channel, but then lost it. Granted, it's still early in the day, and part of me saying I should just not put a stop loss and let this entire trade go through. I also haven't noticed the complete low volume today, but then again, volume really seems meaningless sometimes to me. No, you know what? I'm gonna put an alert if we can break above, what am I, 20? If we can break above 30. I highly doubt that's gonna happen. And I'm gonna put a stop loss. I'm at 22. I'm gonna put a stop loss at like 14, 15. Although ideally, the stop loss I should put should be like 10. Oh no, actually it needs to be below this level. Just checking to see if we've reached that daily on VIX. Not yet. All right. I'll pause this exciting action and come back later. If anything new happens, if we can get up above the daily, that would be wonderful. But it looks like the bulls are just barely holding on by threads, and this is gonna fail any moment. Just irritating. I should have done 45, exited at 55, done, and then taken that put that I hesitated taking. That's not a case, that's a name. All right, this is a good sign, but then again, the candle just started, so yep. Of course, a supply could form here if bulls don't step it up and push this higher. And unfortunately for me, I picked a 412 strike, which probably was too far out of the money. I probably should have picked a 411 strike and waited for it to pull back to maybe 40. That would have been more ideal. Then I could have set a sell at 50, which wouldn't be too far away. Oh, look at that. When did I buy this? 1050? Yeah, so around here. Oh, this is a bad sign. And we're forming a demand on VIX. All right, let's go back to our 412, which is unfortunately what we picked. Yeah, so that's not good. Now we've just formed a supply on TradingView right at the bottom of that channel. So this is not good. This would have been more ideal if this had closed above the channel and then we started a new 15-minute candle pushing to gain the bull flag now. That would have been ideal. Instead, this is the worst case scenario. We close below the channel and now we're forming a supply just right at it. Which, to be honest, is making me want to just put my sell back up to like 17, 18, and exiting this, which I think I'm going to do. This just doesn't look good. I'll put it at 17. We make a new low on the option, So be it. And also means I've lost another $4 or $5. So be it. The reaction from the bulls should have been better than this. In fact, if I was bearish, I would be thinking, you know what, let me wait for this to come back, retest a level, and then take it short and see if it drops. Yep, here we go. This sell's going to kick in any moment. Well, 4 trades, 4 losses. I mean, one was a break even, but I still consider that a loss. I had 3 in a row wins, and I was hoping to keep that going. I should have known better. There it is. Well, officially I've lost, what is it? Whatever 103 minus 87 is. I can't do the math in my head right now. I think that's $15. About $15 in the past 2 days. Yep. Now let's see what typically happens here. You know how the routine is with me. I'll get into a trade, I'll put a stop loss, it'll turn around against me, it'll fill my stop loss, and then immediately it will turn around and go the other direction where I wanted it to go. Let's see if that's what happens. Remember, I put my stop loss at 17, it filled at 17, and now immediately turned around. Yep. So far, that looks like this was going to be happening. Once again, I picked the low, and now it's turning around. It's amazing how I always do that. It's amazing how I always pick the exact bottom. Now we're about to hit 22. Which is where I got in. So I could have just gotten all my money back. How absolutely typical. And here's the thing else. The man was formed here, both on a 15 and a 30. this could have been my retest. So I could have gotten in at 17 instead of selling at 17. God, I hate trading sometimes, man. I mean, I would have felt validated if it fell below 17 and continued to go lower. Then I could say, you know what? It was a smart thing to exit. But instead, I chose the exit exactly where the bottom was, and now it's turning around. Now bulls have reclaimed that bottom green channel again. Absolutely frustrating, man. And I have enough to still get back in, but I'm not going to. I'm done at this point. And yet today here's another example where it seems like every time I use a stop loss, almost every time, it burns me. Now we're at previous support and VWAP. I would think this is going to be a strong resistance, but since I'm not in the trade, watch it blast right through without much issue. And if it does, then bulls will have succeeded in reclaiming the bottom of the bull flag, which technically speaking should be the time I should get in. But by the time they succeed in doing that, I won't be able to afford to get in. Plus, there's also the chance that it could be a fake break above, so they could just suddenly reclaim it and then instantly lose it again. So it'll be a risky long. It looks like I was wrong about that one thing. They haven't blasted through. It is serving as resistance. But there also hasn't been a strong sell reaction. The thing is, we're not that far from the daily on VIX. Yeah, I should have chosen the 411 strike. That was a mistake. Remember what I said earlier, if I chose the 411 strike with the intent of getting back in maybe at 40, it looks like I could have gotten in here at 39.40 and then sold here at 50. Done. $10 profit already made. Oh well, I think that's it. I'm done for the day here. Alright, quick update before I'm about to shut this whole thing down and call it a day. I'm just so beyond fed up. Bulls have now reclaimed or about to reclaim the bottom of the bull flag. You know what? Screw this. We're back in. We're back in. I'm just gonna let this run. And I'm gonna put a sell. Why not? If this turns out to be one of those buy the dip days, this might be a little bit too greedy though. 22, 33. Here's what pisses me off also. If I had followed my normal strategy, waited for this candle to form, waited for a retest and gotten in, I could have gotten in on the other strike, the 411 at 39. And I think this option is now what, the 52? Yeah. If this can push a little bit higher, I can probably sell at maybe 55, 60. My gut is telling me to take this limit off. We may go even higher than that. I'm at 32. I think I will move this alert to 35. I'll come back if I get an alert to see if this is a sell. Of course, to get to 35, we have to probably get right back to where we were this morning, a high of this morning. Good news for the VIX though. We've broken down that daily. We've fallen below that. Now we have to get below this level and below this level. I don't know if that's gonna happen though. And look, I'm look, they're already pushing it back above the daily as I'm speaking. We bounced off of this SMA and they're pushing it back above the daily, so which also means the bulls likely have just dropped below the yep. You know what's happened, right? What happened was they're like, wait, hold on guys, wait. Kevin's in the trade again. No. We gotta drop it down. Kevin's in the trade. We had left, once he left the trade, we started rallying. Now that he got back in the trade, no, we can't have that. We gotta drop it back down. Look at that drop. You can't make this up, man. You cannot make up that kind of luck. I mean, for real, are you kidding me? This thing was just grinding up after I sold. Incredible, man. Absolutely incredible. Yep. We're back above that daily, and VIX is rallying. And look, the option just made a new low. Think about it. Demand is formed, I take it long. Next candle forms, it drops. The very spot where I sell for my stop loss is where it pivots and turns around. It keeps going up. Right up until I buy again at 11:18. 11:18, 2 minutes after I buy long, it drops. And remember what I said about the fake breakout? I said, watch, it'll look like they've regained the bull flag, but watch, it'll be a fake breakout and then suddenly turn around and sell. And it's exactly what happened. Now what it's doing, it's waiting for me to sell. It's waiting for me to sell. If I don't sell, it's going to drop from 16 to 15 to 14 to 12. It'll keep dropping, and then when I do sell, it'll turn around and come back up. Don't worry, here we go. I'm going to call the bottom. Here we go. 12. 12. Now I'm going to lose $10. So I'll officially lost all the profits I made last week, dragging this crap account from 70 back up to 103. And then when it goes to 12, when I sell and lose more money, then it'll turn around and start to rally. So just wait, watch, watch. One thing I've learned in my life, even as a kid, the only thing I can be reliant on is my bad luck. Man, I remember when I was in my mid-20s or early 20s, after I became a cop, I think anyone who's old enough might remember in the early 2000s, mid-2000s, motorcycles became super popular. I mean, they've always been popular, but there's a certain points in time where they become extra popular. And I went out, and this is completely ballsy. I just went out, had no idea how to even ride motorcycles, and I just bought one. And then learned how to ride it on the way home, which wasn't a short drive. It was like a good 30, 45-minute drive. And stalled it more than a few times, but loved it. Loved riding the motorcycle. It's a sense of freedom. It's also a little bit exhausting though. There were times where I would be sort of tired, it's late at night, and I didn't want to ride because it's not the same as being in a car. You have to be hyper alert and aware, especially driving in Miami. And my stepbrother also bought a motorcycle, and him and I are completely different. He's, kind of ghetto, um, acts trashy, cheats on every girl he dates, um, was involved in more than a few illegal things, and calls himself a man of God, which I find hilarious, and always had good luck, man. Always had good luck. If he and I went out and we bought two of the same toys, mine will be defective, right? His will work fine. I think I've mentioned this before in other videos. This is the same stepbrother I was talking about before. He and I, when we were kids, will go walking to the gas station to buy something to eat, and he'll look down, and sure enough, there's a wet $20 bill sitting on the floor that he somehow found. Or one day we found some lottery tickets that were scratched off, and apparently the idiot who scratched off lottery tickets didn't realize that they had winning tickets and threw them away, and he picked them up. And me, again, I would be the kind of person, I would look at the tickets and think, okay, these are scratched lottery tickets that someone threw away. Logically, they threw them away because they were losers. But, you know, I don't know how many were winners, but there were some of them that were winners. Here we go. It's coming. $12. It's about to sell any moment now. And that will bring me back to where I was last week and erase all of my winnings. And this would also mean I would have 4 losses in a row. No, this is number 5. I took one this morning. I took another one here. This is 3. That'll be 5 losses in a row in 2 days. So anyways, when I got my motorcycle, I was just enjoying riding it around, but he was big on the stunts. He liked doing wheelies and all this other crap. He's the kind of person who will go out and get drunk and then go riding on his motorcycle with his other buddies on their motorcycle. Come on, hit 12. That's what it's gonna do. And right when it hits 12, it'll turn around and start to rally. There we go. Like clockwork. Now I'm down to where I was. I was at 103, now I'm down to 76. That is almost $30 lost in 2 days. Now let's see what happens. Let's see if it turns around and starts to rally. Anyways, I was foolish enough to start listening to my brother and start trying some of these stunts like doing wheelies and whatnot on my motorcycle. And his motorcycle was more powerful. He had a 1000cc. I had a 600cc. I think it was the 600RR that I got. And I know I fell a couple times on the motorcycle. One was because I was doing the wheelie and I was riding with my brother and he was with a friend. And my brother and the friend were both idiots and decided, after goading me to do wheelies, pushing me, hey, practice doing your wheelies, they were in front of me. And I would let them ride ahead of me and I would try doing the wheelie. And these 2 idiots decided that they would take up this 2-lane road and have a conversation between them. So they were going like around 30 miles per hour, having a conversation, even though they knew I was behind practicing a wheelie. And if you can imagine, you're on a motorcycle, when you're doing a wheelie, the front wheel goes up. Obviously, seeing what's in front of you is a bit difficult when you have a big motorcycle up in front of you. And you have to accelerate to do the wheelie. So when I accelerated into the wheelie and looked over the side of the tank, the gas tank, to look in front of me, that's when I saw my brother and his friend both being idiots having a conversation. So I had to immediately hit the rear brake, bring the front wheel down and slam on both brakes and then lay the bike down. And they both separated as my bike just slid between them. Meanwhile, since I'm going about, 65, 70 miles per hour, wearing nothing but a jeans, my helmet, and a motorcycle jacket, I fell on the floor and rolled, sliding. I slid past them and ended up getting scrapes on my knee, on my back, on my leg, and of course the motorcycle was damaged. And I was infuriated. My brother does all these ridiculous stunts, drinks, rides irresponsibly, and never gets hurt. And I thought, how is it that my luck is like this? But that's how it is. That's my luck. Yep. My mistake today was not getting in at 45 and selling at 55 and calling it a day. That should have been it. And considering how much we've sold since last night, we've gone from 4161 to 4124. I should be switching my sentiment to bearish, and I should have considered the possibility of taking this short. But, like I said, look at VIX. We hit the daily and we turned around. This is why I went long. The unfortunate thing is I chose the wrong strike. If I had chosen the 411 strike, I've already shown it, but if I chose the 411 strike, I could have made like maybe 10 bucks. Nothing special. If I got in here on a 411 strike after 10:15 or 10:30. So here, this is the key. If I had gotten in here at 40, any point in this 40, then sold above 50, which the highest this thing got looked like was 54, 55. Had I sold there, then I would have been good. I would have made 10 bucks and been done with it. This little move here to here. But unfortunately, we rejected from this daily, and we're rising back up on the VIX, which caused this to drop so dramatically. A strong rejection. And we're about to create a new low of the day at this rate. But instead I chose 412, which was a mistake. Oh my God. And as you can see, this barely moved. The highest we got was 26. And I got back in at 20. Well, I got back in at 22. Anyways, man, I'm done with this. I realized this is a mistake. I should have realized this. I don't know why it didn't occur to me. Yes, the rejection from VIX. Come on, work with me. Oh my God, VIX. The rejection from the daily in here was a good scalp for long. Unfortunately, like I said before, I chose the wrong strike. I chose 412. 411 would have been better, although it would have only yielded me about $10, $15 of profit. However, this rejection here, you know what? I can't really get mad at myself though, because I didn't have enough funds to take this rejection. And there's no guarantee that there's no way to know what's going to happen. There's none. There's no way to know that this out of this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. How do you know this is going to get rejected when it did? And look, on ES, where did we start off? 4133 was an important support, and we lost it overnight. So now it served as resistance. So I should have seen that coming, and I should have sold earlier. Wait a minute, what am I talking about? It was here when I went long, yes. So yeah, I didn't even notice this because I was staring at the bottom of the bull flag, but the bottom bull flag is also confluent with 4133, and is probably why it rejected so hard. It would be very hard for the bulls to get over this, so I should have sold when I had the chance. But this would have been an excellent short right here. From 413 to, and look, remember Adam Mancini said 4120 is going to be our next target. This is exactly where we got to. I'm almost wondering if he took it short. He did send a tweet. I forgot to read it. Let me read this now. Another very choppy session for ES. 4133 was my key support today with 4120 below, and we've been stuck here for 4 hours. This was sent 17 minutes ago, by the way. Worth noting, the 4-hour RSI is back to extreme oversold, but this 4120 is final support. Bulls can't hold here and reclaim 4133, then 4100, 4088 next down. No, I'm not going to tweet anything. I was going to respond what happened to me today, but nobody really cares. Nobody wants to know about my losses. I noticed one thing about humans, they only want to hear positive news from you. It's the weirdest thing. It's as if you saying something bad happened to you hurts them. Humans are so weird. But if this is going to turn around, it's got to do it now. It's got to do it here. And of course, look, we're at 4120 now, 4121. Of course, on my SPY, I have 4128 here twice. God, man. It really should not be that difficult to create an algorithm on Thinkorswim or a ThinkScript, whatever they call it, that will mirror levels on ES with SPY. It can't be that difficult to do. But here's my prediction. Of course, this isn't 4122. This has got to be like 41. I don't know. I don't know what this is, but it's not 4122. I'm going to guess it's near 4115 for now. Well, here's what might happen. Now that we've reached the top of this channel, which has been a pretty reliable channel for the past few days, except for when we started off here at 3 in the morning, we may finally reject off of this channel. Let me back up a little bit more to a 1030. But yeah, this is way up here. We may reject finally off of this channel and then come back down. This move from here to here might be the bull's chance to get a move from 420 back up to 4128 and back up to the bull channel, the bull flag. Maybe. But good lord, man, what look at this. Look at just pure choppiness, man. I almost want to put on demand and pull back to like 2021 to show how much less choppy it is. But this is just a mess, man. This is 1030, right? Let's go to 92 hour. Other than this little rally here, which of course I made no profit off of that, this has just been a mess. Sometimes I hate myself for how terrible I trade, but sometimes I can't blame myself. The kind of crappy trade, the crappy choppy mess that we keep having to deal with. Anyways, just 3 days in a row of profits and lost them all today and yesterday. Hey, just another update, sorry. I don't really want to do much videos today. I may do a couple more after this, but so as it turns out, switching to a bearish position would have been the way to go. Oh my god, dude. Remember 411? I was talking about that. Or was it 410? 410, no, it was 409, I'm sorry. 409 is when we hit $40 here. I think it was here, and we went up to 80. Or was it here? It was here. Yeah, it was $40. I don't remember where it was, man. I'm sorry. I don't. But switching to a bearish position would have been a good idea today. Anyways, as you can see on VIX, we've broken out of. I need to get rid of this. I forget what this is for. This is 515, right? No, 515. Yeah, because it looks different, of course. We've broken out of this channel that we've been in for a while. Let me just increase this. Yeah, broken out of this channel here. This would have been a good indication for a swing, but I don't think it would have worked very well. So anyways, so now we're back to the top of this channel, which I don't know if this is accurate because, you know, Thinkorswim. Oh, God. All right, I gotta finish this later. Sorry. Okay, to finish up, this rejection here would have been a great spot to take this short. I mean, this is pretty clear cut. We had a fake rally this morning, a rejection here. We went to the daily, we reached the top of this channel, a rejection here. This would have been a good long, but again, like I said before, I chose the wrong strike. I should have chose a 411 or even a 410 strike. And now we've reached the top of this channel and it looks like a rejecting here, but now it's just bouncing back and forth. It rejected back again from the top of this channel. So but definitely a drop today. We've gone from 411 to 408. Relatively speaking, for the choppy year that this has been, this is a pretty decent move downwards. And it turns out what ends up happening is we started to bounce at 412, just above 4120. We were about to reclaim 4133, but it failed. We had a false breakout and then fell. We've already gone to 4120, and now we're dropping even further below. So this definitely would have been a good short for the day. Wow. All right. I'll update later. I went to go jump in the shower, which could not have been more than about, what is it? What time is it? 13:12. Yeah. I don't know. I don't recall this big of a sell occurring, but here we go. Pretty much a trend here. If I back it up, look at it from a relative point of view, this is just a big heavy sell. We've peaked at 411, and remember I had said, oh yeah, we got down to 408, which is you know, a decent move, 3-point move, and then it just fell even harder. It basically went down to 4100. So this is the option this morning. This is the one where I wanted to get back in at 40. I remember I was saying, oh yeah, we got to almost 40, and I could have sold at 50 something. Not realizing that if I did get in that short this morning and held on to it up until now, this would have been a massive profit. And I know this is a bad human experience for me, but someone posted to Adam when he mentioned, he gave his update. Someone posted that they used options and got a massive gain. They basically put Adam lost 4120, gave the bounce, lost again, and I entered for massive gains on options. I don't know. This person doesn't type English properly well, but I'm confused. I'm guessing what they're saying is that they saw that 4120 bounced, and then that bounce failed, and then they took that short. I assume that's what she's saying. I don't know. One thing I've seen Adam Mancini mention, and this is why sometimes it's frustrating to look at Thinkorswim because the charts just look so messed up. You can't zoom in and zoom out and keep sort of the relative way the chart looks the way you can with TradingView. It's hard to explain. The only way I can zoom in with Thinkorswim is to do this, which is annoying. With TradingView, you can just pinch, move it around, at least on my iPad, but it's just as easy on the chart. You're just using the mouse roller bar, whatever the thing is, and you can see a relative drop. But when you zoom in here, it doesn't look that like a relative drop. It just looks like whatever. My point is, actually, I forgot my point. I'm so tired, man. I'm sorry. My part of my brain is looking at this recent email that just came in. Yeah, but anyways, I'm just frustrated, man. Just frustrated. I took 3 trades today. All 3 were longs. It never occurred to me to just stop with the longs and go short. And this happens to me way too often, I have to admit. Way too often God bless, whatever. Whatever. Way too often I'm about to close this program. Sorry, I'm just upset that I'm wiping something off my space bar and I didn't realize for some reason it decided to mess up the option. And I'm curious if I hit the wrong button, would it buy something or whatever? Because this application is such garbage. You have to be careful what you do. What was I gonna say? Come on, man, focus. I'm sorry, I can't focus right now. Yes, that's what I was gonna say. I'm sorry. That there are days when we have this sell-off, and I try these knife catches, I'm like, okay, this is a good support. This is a compliment with this, and compliment with that, and whatever, whatever. I'm gonna take this long, and then it doesn't work, and it burns me, and I can't. It's just annoying because if there's some gut instinct to say, hey, listen, you know what? This isn't looking good. Maybe you should switch to a short. It doesn't quite happen. It doesn't happen. And, today, previous support became resistance. Also, we have VWAP. Also, this is a key level, 4133. Also, we have the daily on VIX. There were all these signs that said, hey, listen, if you're long, you should go ahead and cut your losses, or you should sell and break even, or if you have profits, take the profits quickly. Or at the very least, something says take this short. None of those things kicked in for me. But then again, like I said before, it's hard to be upset at myself because I don't have any more money to trade. It's one thing if I had like $1,000 account and I could be like, okay, I tried a long, it didn't work. I tried another long, it didn't work. I tried one last long, it didn't work. All right, let's switch to short and let it run. Look at this gap here between here and here. It's typical thinkorswim, man. Oh man. All right. I have a client later on this evening. I'm wondering if I should try and leave early and work. No, I didn't get any sleep. I don't know why, but this roommate decided to wake up like at 7:30 in the morning, making all this noise, go shower, spray on all this perfume, and I thought she was leaving to go somewhere, only to do all that just to sit on the bed again. I just don't understand, man. No, I don't think I'll work out today. I'll do it tomorrow. But yeah, man. Adam Mancini has mentioned in his newsletters before that when you want to go short, sometimes what you want to do is if there's a point where it breaks below and you think, okay, this is sort of a last ditch point, if it breaks below this, then you should take it short. He's mentioned that in his newsletters a lot of times that you don't just take the break of a level short, you wait for the break of level to occur, you wait for a bounce, like it's reclaiming the level, then when it's lost again, then you take it short. So here, 4133 was an important level. We lost it. We had a bounce. We reclaimed it and then lost it again. And this is where you would take it short. And if you didn't do 4123, you can try 4120. And I know this is probably not even the exact spot of 4120, so let's look at ES. 41, where's 4133? God bless it. Here. 4133 is lost. We tried to reclaim it, couldn't. Fake breakout above, fake. This is where you'll take it short. Also the VWAP rejection, the daily rejection. I didn't even notice all this because ES is on another chart on the other screen, small, I don't even notice it. This is probably why people have nice big multiple screens so they can look at all this stuff instead of me using one screen and kind of shoving it all in tiny spaces. But I didn't really notice on my other screen this rejected off of VWAP. But we lost the bull flag again. So all these are indications to take short. Take it short at daily, take it short at VWAP, take it short on the rejection of 4133, take it short on the loss of the bull flag again. But if you missed all of that, then you've got 4120. So which is here. So we have a bounce here, bounce failed, another attempt, take it short. Anyways. Okay, I gotta make this quick because I'm running short in time and I had to take care of some unnecessary stuff thanks to you know who. And I didn't have to shower, but now because of doing some work I shouldn't have to do, the landlord should actually do it. I need to jump in the shower and hurry up and get ready to go train my client. But then again, when I leave an hour early, I end up being 15-20 minutes late. When I leave 75 minutes early or 70 minutes early, I end up arriving 20-30 minutes early. It's dealing with Miami traffic is something you have to deal with. If you want to be on time, you have to risk showing up at least 20-30 minutes early. If you leave at a time that, let's say, Waze will tell you to leave, or normal people think you should leave, you may well show up 15-20 minutes late. I'd rather just be early and sit around waiting. But it's funny how earlier today I was talking about volume, but I've noticed anytime we have a trend day, the volume tends to be high. And it's because it's a trend day. If you've got the funds, kick in, go short. At any point today, between between 9:45 and 15:45, you could have gone short. Look at that. Do you see this? How this went from a strong, solid green candle down here? Yeah, man, I don't know. I'm so frustrated that anytime the market trends, I seem to always miss out on it. I'm fighting it, trying to go in the wrong direction, or if I pick the right direction, I sell too early. Oh my God, I'm getting so frustrated here. Anyways, this will be my last video. VIX, one thing that VIX tells you is, again, we're following this channel and then we break out of this channel and boom, gone. So I'm starting to think I should just abandon any of these strategies and just trade breakouts of these patterns. The last pattern that broke out was a head and shoulders, if I recall, the inverse head and, no, a regular head and shoulders, and it fell and the market rallied. Here we're chopping, and I guess this chop, this upward slant, is confluent to the bull flag that was forming on SPY and ES. And the fact that this broke up is why that bull flag broke down. Pretty simple. But it's easy to find it. It's easy to say, look at the chart on the left and say, oh, this happened and this happened because for obvious reasons. But trying to figure out what's going to happen on the right side of the chart, it's damn near impossible for me. Anyways.